Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a match preview for Porto versus Chelsea, the Champions League quarter-finals. Chelsea's first leg away in Seville, although it's meant to be Portugal, but because of COVID it's in Seville, the Spanish city in Andalusia. It's a beautiful day, and hopefully we can finish this day with a win, a comfortable win away at Porto, or against Porto, but in Spain. Now, Chelsea have just come off the back of a very disappointing, heavy-hitting 5-2 loss to West Bromwich Albion. Oh, it still hurts right here. It still hurts. I've not forgotten it. Now, Chelsea come through after beating Atletico Madrid 3-0 on aggregate after Juve won. What even was it on aggregate in the end? Anyway, I don't know, but Porto beat Juventus and Cristiano Ronaldo to go through into the quarterfinals and face Chelsea in this humongous autonomous clash. What does autonomous even mean? Having the freedom to govern itself or control its own affairs. Acting in accordance with one's moral duty. Okay, well that's definitely not what I was talking about, but it's a big game. It is going to be a massive one because Chelsea, we're not winning the league this year. Man City have already won it pretty much. I don't think we can come second. I think Man United, that's their spot. Leicester, Chelsea, Spurs, West Ham, Liverpool are all going for that third and fourth spot for the last Champions League games. So if we want to really say this season was a good season, we're going to have to go as far as we can into the Champions League. And after beating Atletico Madrid comfortably, we all thought that facing Porto would be easy. Well, that's what I thought. But after that performance against West Brom, if we play like that, we're going to get smacked by Porto, which can't happen. We're going to need to go out and win the game in the first leg, personally. In the away leg, it's not too, we don't need to keep a clean sheet, although it would be nice. It doesn't mean anything. We need to score, first of all, for an away goal. But I think a 2-0 or 3-0 performance result could give us just that little push and give us the advantage, the huge advantage in the second leg back home. Is it at Stamford Bridge, the second leg, or is it somewhere else? Should do more research on my videos, actually. Oh, wow. They're both in Seville. The first and second leg are both in Seville, in the Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium. Okay, so they're both in Seville, so neither are. But this is technically the away leg. I'm guessing away goals still work, as they would. So we definitely want to. We're obviously going out to win this game. Porto might go a little bit defensive, so Chelsea might take advantage of that and hold the ball, don't give Porto the ball, and just bombard them with attacks, runs in behind. So that's how I've chosen my lineup. Starting off in goal, actually no, the formation 3-4-2-1. You know how it is every single week. It wasn't brilliant against West Bromwich Albion, but the red card didn't help. Thanks Thiago, Silva, mate. And then Thomas Tuchel brought off our attacker, so we only had Werner and Pulisic attacking, and then Ziyech came off, and then we brought Christensen on, who had a disappointing game. I'm still getting flashbacks. Ouch. So in goal, after the little training ground bust up, which I didn't report because I report transfer news and news around Chelsea, but just my moral instinct didn't want to report a fight. Apparently Antonio Rudiger and Kepa had a little bit of a pushing match, just a little bit of shovey, little bit argy-bargy in the training ground, which Rudiger ended up getting sent in early from training on Sunday. But Kepa was all fine. They were both made up after, and they're all fine according to Marcus Alonso. As per the Equator and Reece James, a little bit of disagreements and arguments after the West Brom game, but nothing fueled out of that. And I just didn't want to fuel the fire, really. My moral part of me didn't want to say, oh, Rudiger, he beat up Kepa, and Kepa he couldn't even catch the punch. So I am actually going with Mendy. I think he's been very good. Sam Allardyce, Big Sam himself, did say that they were targeting Edouard Mendy because of his rash decision making, but none of the goals are his fault, I don't think. And even after conceding 5 goals at the weekend, I'm putting him into my Chelsea lineup in goal. The defence was a bit of a difficult one. Screening the keeper, it just wasn't solid against West Brom. It was just not solid at all. Not good. It definitely needs improvements. But as for the Equator, definitely, personally. And then the other two, I went with Thiago Silva and Rudiger. Even though the bust start happened, it's still there all fine now. And I think Zuma doesn't deserve to be in that team again. He was awful. Christensen, neither. And Rudiger, it looked like we needed Rudiger, which is saying something. We needed Rudiger to really worry about too much. And although Thiago Silva did get the red card, it's nothing to worry about too much. So that's why he's going into the centre of my defence. Now the wing backs, bit of a difficult one, but actually no, it wasn't difficult at all. Reece James and Ben Chilwell, both were on fire in the England World Cup qualifiers. I want to say, I think it was World Cup qualifiers. Ben Chilwell was very good. Reece James was also super solid, and I think Chilwell will be a lot more defensively solid down that left hand side than Marcus Alonso, because Matteo Pereira just had a field day against him and ended up getting 2 goals and 2 assists, and then we lost 5-2. I think even Big Sam would have done a better job at left wing back than Marcus Alonso. So in the midfield, this was a difficult decision. Jorginho was very disappointing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does get into that team. Kante is completely out with the injury. But he hasn't do injuries and suspensions. Well, it's just Kante. Tammy Abraham, we have no clue because Thomas Tuchel just doesn't want to tell us. And that's it, I think. Oh yeah, Christian Pulisic, he did his hamstring. Running onto the pitch. So, my midfield consists of a bit of Matteo Kovacic. He's definitely, probably first name on the team sheet personally. Him or Azpilicueta. Next to Mason Mount in the midfield. I know these are double sixes, roaming sixes. And Mason Mount's not a number 6. He's a number 8 or a number 10, or he can play as a winger, but he's kind of weighted on the wing. But his best position is as a number 10, like an attacking midfielder. However, in this 2 number 6s, I don't know how it would work. But like I said, we're just going to bombard them. Hopefully, we're just going to bombard Porto with attacking scenarios after attacking scenarios after attacking scenarios. And just get as many goals as we can without conceding. And then go back into the away leg, or the home leg, which is still away in Spain. And then, oh, I just collapsed with my knuckle. Yeah, so a bit more attacking midfield. Mason Mount and Matteo Kovacic make my midfield. No Jorginho, no Billy Gilmour. Kante's injured. That's disappointing, but what can you do? So, the 2 supporting attacking midfielders, for me, the one thing about Thomas Tuchel's system, with the 3 centre-halves, the 2 wing-backs, 2 midfielders, and 3 attackers, it's basically up to the 3 attackers, the front 3, to do anything to get goals. Now the wing backs do have quite a big role in like dragging out their full backs or their wing backs or their midfielders or their wingers, but it is mainly up to the front 3. And I don't feel that Tammy Abraham, Christian Pulisic, Timo Werner can all change a game on its head by themselves. It's just if I see Christian Pulisic running, maybe he could dribble through a whole team and score, but I don't feel like Timo Werner or Tammy Abraham could do that and just win a game by themselves. So I've gone with the players that I think can win a game by themselves. Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz supporting Olivier Giroud. Now Olivier Giroud's got a brilliant track record in the Champions League, supported by the 2 big money signings really, Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech. We all know how good Hakim Ziyech was for Ajax in the Champions League. Was it last season or the season before when they got to the semis? This is his playground. We need him to do what he did for Ajax. Tore Real Madrid apart. Almost got to the finals, but lost to Spurs. For quite a feat actually, losing to Spurs. But they didn't win it because they don't win trophies. And Kai Havertz, we all know his movement against Everton. I'd love to bring it back to that Everton game. He was so good, this movement in behind. He was playing as that false 9. He's not going to be playing in the false 9 in my starting 11. Olivier Giroud is going to be that guy. He can finish. He can score bicycle kicks. He can score fall-in over goals. He can score right-footed, left-footed, headers, volleys, tap-ins, flicks, anything. Penalties, probably not free kicks or goal kicks, but he can score pretty much anything you ask of him. So he's leading the line for me. We don't know what's happened to Tammy Abraham. Apparently some of the first team are confused why Thomas Tuchel keeps leaving him out. Although he did say it's nothing personal, nothing to do with the injury. He keeps saying that, but what does that even mean? Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're a true Chelsea fan. I need the true ones though. Unsubscribe if you're not. Actually, no. Stay if you really want to. But thanks for watching. Goodbye.